Anyway, before I
Oh,
begin, I think
no.
I need to give a certain content warning I didn't give last time, which I should have done. So, there's content in this video that may, encourage people to unionize and revolt against their oppressors. If you are in a managerial position, you might find this very, offensive content. But I would encourage you to forward it on to your employees. First things first, you turned down a very lucrative contract to go kill someone. You could have gotten a lot of money for
We
that. But
did,
instead,
yes.
you helped the poor people in a courtroom and got paid absolutely nothing, almost like literally pennies.
We got two coin.
Yeah, that's like 2
Was
coins
it
between
good?
3 people.
I don't know what we did with that.
I
I think
think
We
we
put
put
it
it in a
in
vault.
They got put in the vault.
Went in the coffee fund.
Hmm.
And then you decorated your hideout a little bit as well, which is very nice.
We
I might let you
did.
do that
It's
again
very
today.
pretty now.
I
Oh,
got a dressing room.
Okay, so it's been a few weeks, I'd say, that you've been lying low since your most recent court endeavor, and then you decide that you guys are hungry for more crime. So you're gonna make your way back to the cancer biscuit. Right there.
Fox has been sleeping here for the last 2 weeks anyway. Just
I
in the
mean, there is
hideout.
a bed. Why can't I move? Okay, it was
He's just been sleep. Oh my god.
As you enter, it's rather busy today.
Oh, this is. They're all wearing the same jacket. I feel like I'm underdressed. Ah, they're bluecoats, of course.
They're all drinking and rather noisy and just having a good time. A lot of them are.
I'm gonna go
Oliver's in the
straight over to
corner 'cause he's
Clyra.
kind of, awkward around so many bluecoats at once.
Forgot to open the tit software. I'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna sidle over to Clyra.
Yeah.
Clara
Sorry about that.
acknowledges you, but she is rather busy trying to serve this many customers at once. She's not happy about it.
Clyra!
But
Clyra!
what?
Clyra! What's going on? Why are these bluecoats here?
Why
Oh
didn't
my
you go
God.
ask one of them?
I thought you could tell me, but okay.
I've
Good
been
talk
too
as
busy to
usual.
ask.
Yeah, okay, fine. God. Blake! Blake!
I'll do it. I'll be like, oh my god, there's so many blue coats. Oh my god, it's Blake.
Oh, listen, Miss Lux.
Hello. What's going on here? It's very busy today.
He tells you that the bluecoats are on strike.
They're on strike.
So they're all come down here to have a drink.
What caused the blue coats to go on strike, Blake?
Well, the bosses want to get paid more.
And what about you? Will you be getting paid more?
I don't think that came up in the discussion.
Well, actually, if you were to unionize, they don't get paid more yet. That is why they're on strike. They're striking until they get paid more
Oh, I see.
for their services, essentially. So who is watching the city whilst all of the bluecoats are on strike?
Blake just shrugs and then swigs back his drink. Similar of that. Blake
Yeah.
have.
I picked them up accidentally at a previous job.
I see.
I haven't brought you anything.
He also
I didn't know
mentioned
what I
that
meant to.
John McClaney did pop by earlier. He dropped off a letter. He then presents to you here.
Ooh. Thank you for helping me and my dad. I miss Papa Usher very much, but I am 5, so I'm old enough to know what happens when people get kidnapped by the spirit wardens. They get eaten.
Oh.
If only the bluecoats were around to save him. I also know Papa Usher and Papa Hugh aren't my real dads. Both my real parents died in a factory accident a year ago, and they adopted me. Oh, well, he's really giving us some
God.
backstory here. Okay. Don't know why we needed to know that. Blah, blah, blah. Papa Asher was my hero. When I grow up, I want to be a big, strong factory worker just like him. Oosh.
Okay.
P.S. Thank you, Mr. Fox, for teaching me a new word. I've already taught it to all the kids in my class. Well, that's good. I think, it's children should really be, expanding their vocabulary.
What was the word you taught him?
I don't remember. It was probably a very useful one.
Okay.
You can probably tell by how he signed off the letter as well.
Yeah. Lux is gonna take a look over the letter. It's pretty well written for a kid his
5-year-old,
age.
yeah.
Yeah. And then she just kind of stops at the lots of fucking love part and kind of just puts it back down.
It really adds emphasis, doesn't it? It makes it. It's like a.
It
makes
does.
you feel, you can
just-
love someone, but then you can fucking love someone, and you can just feel the ferocity of it.
I'm gonna be very honest.
Oh,
I just
please
hope
do.
he doesn't use it in the incorrect setting.
He almost certainly will.
Oh dear.
I don't think that there is a correct and incorrect setting for it.
Well, what if I turned around and said that you look fucking stupid today, Fox?
Well, you're really adding emphasis to that. So saying that I look stupid was, first of all, a very mean thing to say. But adding the
Exactly.
emphasis of fucking stupid really makes me feel that you really do think I look stupid, and it hurts quite a lot, kind of in my chest. It creates sort of this emotion that where these like droplets of water begin to appear in the corners of my eye, and I get a little bit nasally, a little bit snotty.
Might be an allergic
I can't really
reaction
explain
Adelaide
it.
adds.
Sorry?
Adelaide mentions it might be an allergic reaction he's having.
Yeah, it's a sort of a hystemic response to the hurtful thing you just said.
Don't worry, it's all hypothetical.
I'd like to think so, though I do feel like I need to go sit in a dark room for a little while now.
I see. Well,
Fox
I'm
sits down on
fucking
the stool
sorry.
and rests his head on the table.
Lux just says that she's fucking sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck are we doing?
Well, have you seen the fucking commotion outside today? Entertain this thought for a second. If all the Bluecoats are here right now, who's defending the Bluecoat barracks? And all of their money?
Well, no one. They're on strike, from what I understand. Unless they've got some scabs that are willing to work through it.
I
Splitters!
imagine there'll be like one or two, maybe, but not quite as many as there would be on a normal day.
So
Okay.
you're saying that it would be easily infiltratable? Is that how you pronounce that?
Probably. I don't know what you're trying to pronounce.
Infiltratable.
That is it.
Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word, but it sounds like it could be, so I'm going to use it. Infiltratable.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
I'll leave the final
What level
details to you. If you
What level of
infiltrate?
What level of infiltratitude do you think it'll be at the moment?
I imagine you may still encounter one or two.
No,
Or
so no
morphing into
test.
robots?
So no test yodel. God.
Yodeling.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't
Yeah,
reach those notes.
If
It's not in
for
my
any
vocal
reason
range.
you would like to, I don't know, go into the Bluecoat barracks and steal whatever they have on them, now would be the best time to do so.
What, just literally anything they have there?
I imagine they have a lot of weapons, but they would also have a vault full of all the confiscated, ill-gotten gains they would have taken from people.
Wow.
Would be full
And
of
if we were
lottery.
if we were to take their like savings and all the money that they've like stored up, especially if it's the money for paying them.
I mean, every single
then
time
that
you
would-
bust, like, I don't know, maybe a drug dealer or something, they would have also put all the money in a vault somewhere.
Well, I'm thinking if they can't afford to pay them, then they're definitely not going to get that pay rise, which means that strike could go on indefinitely.
It would make things quite easy for
Okay, are you all on board with this daring idea?
Stealing from the Bluecoats, oh, definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%
Yeah, Fox has got it.
Abby looks over at the books that you also brought over. She mentions that they do have a lot of very good information. She's read through the one about vampires quite a bit. Kept her up all night.
It kept her up all
Wait.
night in a good way or a bad way?
In the sense that it stressed her out a fair bit.
Wait,
Oh.
the
The existence of
vampires
vampires
real?
is not very common knowledge.
What? Vampires are real?
Yes,
A lot
according
of
to
things
this
are
book.
real. I mean,
Oh.
the books there about vampires, ghosts, and demons.
Oh. Well, this has shattered my entire worldview.
What, did you not think demons were real?
Well, I suspected that there were things out there that I didn't quite understand. The idea that demons themselves were walking among us, that is a terrifying concept.
Truly. Fox, darling, we live in a world filled with ghosts.
Yeah, but they're like, leftover remnants of the human spirit. That makes sense to me. Demons and vampires and things like that. I don't understand how they can exist.
I see. Well, there's no use in explaining it. Sometimes ignorance is bliss, darling.
I often find that, yes. That's why I'm such a blissful person.
Lux kinda just looks at Adelaide.
Adelaide's pouring herself another drink.
So you think if we go over to the Bluecoats, would we need some form of disguise still? I mean
that's
there's still going to be
you. Do you want
Bluecoats
to go
all
in
around.
fully armed, guns blazing? Do you want to go in disguise? Do you want to...
I don't want to necessarily go in murdering Bluecoats. I mean, that seems like it would probably put a lot of heat on us if we were to do that.
Maybe, but she reassures you, shows you that there'll be no named characters there.
That's not usually my issue. It's not that I don't kill people just because I haven't been introduced to them.
I take a drink at the worst fucking time.
Alright, let's start planning the score out. Okay, so you'll be attacking the, maybe infiltrating the Bluecoat barracks.
Mm-hmm.
Have a look. What approach are we taking?
Going in hot.
Are we going in
Fucking
hot?
helicopter straight down. No, there's no need to. There's only like 3 people there. Stealth is a much better option in this situation.
You have a disguise. You can disguise.
I literally have I've used one before, the Bluecoats disguise. So
So we have assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport. I'll let you decide what you want to use.
I imagine stealth would be the best option.
I think so too. I don't think you could pass as a Bluecoat. There's a affluence about you that is too obvious.
I mean, you can also take the approach of deception and maybe have you just with a Bluecoat. Maybe you're doing a prison visitation.
Or
your brother is in the drunk tank again, or something.
Oh. How about we pretend I'm a prisoner?
That way.
How about we pretend I'm a prisoner?
Oh, okay.
But like,
so you want a noble prisoner? Because I don't know if we can make you look slovenly in any way.
There will be prisoners there. You can pretend you're visiting one of them as well to save you the trouble of getting locked up.
No, that's true.
Unless you really just want to be in handcuffs. I mean, we can do that. That's not a problem.
Lux thinks for a second. She thinks about it. No, maybe we should say we're visiting and you're my escort.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, maybe a Bluecoat escort for a noble one would not be out of the ordinary. They would not bat an eye at you.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any ideas on who the person we could potentially be visiting is? Like, we would need to. Would we know anybody who's
somebody who is recently
prisoners? They won't pay much attention to you.
Someone who has recently been imprisoned that may or may not know who we are as people.
Oh, a certain Cole Luck. Do you mean?
A certain, yes, certain artist of some sort.
You absolutely can go visit him if you wish.
I would love that.
Are we going deception or stealth?
Yeah, I think...
we'll go for deception.
Yeah, deception sounds more fun.
Lure, trick, or manipulate, baby.
Okay, so Red Fox, are you going to be dressing up as a Bluecoat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, before we do this, I didn't level up last time, and I don't think Fox did either.
Oh, yeah, do you want to do your... We'll do your level.
I've done mine already. I've done mine.
Okay, I did...
Okay, if
I
you go to your character sheet on the last page, which is called progression, I think it is, you'll see a few questions under where it says label. So, like, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy, etc., etc. Every one of those that you answer yes to, tick off a box where it says Playbooks EXP at the very top.
I gave myself 2 experience because I felt I addressed a challenge with deception or influence, which I do pretty much all the time. And I expressed my beliefs during the court
You
case.
certainly did. You managed to sway the court with it as well.
Yeah. I don't think I struggled with issues from my vice or anything, though.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I went and indulged in them.
Wait, what does that mean? So, if I had made the struggle, yeah. You expressed your beliefs, drives, or heritage. Yes, I did that. You addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I would say I did all 3.
Go ahead and give yourself those points.
Sexy.
When you reach full Playbook EXP, you can basically clear the track, and then in your play section, you can tick off another special ability.
Oh, that's hot. I love that.
And you can put it in anything.
You can choose
I
whichever
love
one
that.
you want,
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to do the engagement roll. I'm going to give you advantage to it because they are on strike, so you'll be rolling 3d6. Just standard.
Oh,
And I'm going to see...
spicy.
Hang on, do I need to give you any more? Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure I have bonuses and
I'll
deception.
say it's quite... I'll give you another one because it is a daring operation you're doing. You're going straight into the enemy territory.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll
It's
that
kind
and
of
see how
hot.
this goes.
Ooh.
Oh, you got a crit. Okay, this is going to be fantastic. I'm going to go ahead. Sorry?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just reading it.
What does controlled mean then? Does that mean we're...
the way it works is
that
you have
we are in
controlled,
control?
risky, and then desperate. When you have controlled, if you mess up the roll, you can do it again, but it goes down to risky. If you messed it up again, it goes down to desperate, but you can redo it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you get a desperate roll and you succeed, you get EXP for that.
Oh.
Oh, I love that.
And you can choose to reduce your standard as well. So if you're doing a control roll, you can choose to make it a risky one to increase the effect it has. So, the blue character you'll be wanting to go to is the one in Brightstone right here.
Okay.
Okay, now, should I disguise my voice?
You're in the blue coat disguise, so you're up to you. You can disguise your voice too, if you'd like.
Did I do that last time? I didn't last time, did I? I just went in with my own voice.
You went in with your own voice. Maybe a disguise would be good.
I'm going to think about
as you enter, because you rolled a crit, I'm going to tell you that every single blue coat in this armory right now is currently very hungover and unarmed.
And 2 days away from retirement.
At the very start, who asks if you're here to visit any prisoner or whatever business you've got. She is very hungover. She's got sunglasses on or something. Just maybe.
Good evening, Mom. Yes, I am bringing in a guest. We're here to see a prisoner.
Oh, there's only one prisoner right now, so she didn't even bother making you sign the book. She says to your right, past the interrogation room.
Thank you very much. You stay shiny. I don't know what this voice is, but it seems to be working.
You sound professional.
Promotes authority in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And there is indeed one prisoner in this place right now.
Oh, look at this loser. Oh, I just walked in the bars. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at that little puddle of piss next to him. This is so gratifying.
You're here to break me out, aren't you?
Here to break you out. No, I literally came here to laugh at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look how pathetic you look.
Looks just waves.
You are so lucky you're in here alone. I thought you would have 100% been a prison bitch. But no, you got very lucky, mister.
Yeah. He's very not in a good place right now. His bowl of piss is currently overflowing, and because they're all on strike, no one's been around to change it.
Oh no, we should probably do something about that. And I'm gonna throw something. I'm gonna throw something through the bars into the piss so it overflows onto his feet.
His feet are very very soaked in some very not nicely. I forgot to tell you guys to pick your loadouts before you went in as well. But I should probably do that now real quick. If you go to your character sheet and just pick which box
Well,
it
do
is.
Yeah,
It'll be on the inventory if it's light, medium, or heavy. Just tick the box.
I'm just going in light. I'm going in light.
I'm going in normal, medium,
That's
baby.
fine. Just for if you want to use any, like I mentioned in the previous one, you can do a what's it called, a flashback at any point to tell me what you have on you or any item you're
Yeah.
looking at with you at any point. Yeah. Pollock has been very thoroughly humiliated right now. Anything else you
Well,
want
that
to do to
was-
him while you're here?
That was so satisfying, honestly. I've done what I needed to do. You want to do anything, Lux?
Lux is just gonna look at him with like disgust on her face.
If you want to spit on him, you think you can probably reach him from the bars where you are. It's a very small set.
He doesn't deserve my spit.
Fox, do you want to spit on him?
Sorry, what?
I said, do you want to spit on him?
I don't want to spit on him. Though if Lady Lux is spitting, then never mind.
Look, Cole doesn't deserve my spit.
No, he doesn't. You're right. You don't deserve her spit.
For some reason, that hurts him even more.
Well,
Anyway, if you do die in this prison and start haunting the place, then I will make sure that your ghost is trapped in the most horrific conditions imaginable.
oh, we should make him paint the Mother Lisa over and over and over
Oh,
again.
just for all eternity.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. Yeah.
If you have any other
Anyway.
questions regarding maybe what he was up to as well, this is also a good chance to ask them after you've humiliated him.
So how have you been keeping?
Not well. The guy in the cell next to him tried to shiv him a few days ago.
That's
No.
impressive. There's a
Ruined his
massive
nice
wall
jacket
between
as
you.
well.
You ruined your nice coat.
Yeah, he's currently wearing the rags of his fancy clothes that you saw him in last time.
Oh, that's a shame. Cole, I want you to know that the Dimmer sisters, they've moved on.
Did they seem upset with him in any way for not continuing to work with him?
They seemed upset with someone. Let's just say that. Fuck says.
He looks
technically
visibly
true.
kind of worried at that, considering Keyword's also in their employ and hasn't been able to fulfill his end of the bargain right now.
Lux
Just
is,
know. Go on.
Lux is gonna look him directly in the eye and just kind of go, Cole, you're just a cog in the turning wheel of their plan. You never meant anything to them. The only thing is with them is that they're annoyed. They're
He
angry.
looks at you back and he gives you one small bit of advice, and that is be careful around those sisters. They always
I
get
know.
what they want.
Oh, we know. We know what we're doing, Cole. That's why we're out here and you're in there. And Fox is gonna turn and just walk away.
Lux is gonna wait just a few seconds later, and she's just gonna very sincerely just tell him to protect himself.
Say
Is
something
it-
cool before you go.
Don't die.
You gotta have a good finishing line before you leave. It just really sticks in his mind, and he'll be thinking about it forever.
I think he has a lot of time to think about everything.
Definitely does. Anyway, let's get back to the task at hand. Oh, she's asleep.
Did she?
Well, useful. Okay. Fox is just gonna walk into the and
They're very
Good
rough,
talk.
it seems.
You there, Roby?
So yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So these bluecoats are currently cleaning up the mess in this kitchen. There's potatoes everywhere. They have recently run out of alcohol, so all the men have gone elsewhere to look for more drinks. So these guys are stuck behind, cleaning up the mess in the kitchen. He also wonders why the noble woman you're escorting ran off with a plate just then.
She's helping tidy up. She didn't like the mess around here. Honestly.
I've not seen a noble woman ever get involved in a housework.
She's a very charitable person, I found. She even came here to see our lowly prisoner. I mean, she's clearly got a lot of good plans for this city.
Oh yeah.
You'd be good to keep it in her good graces, honestly.
Oh, in that case, I shall do my absolute best to help you in any way. What is it that you're doing here to do anyway? Well, I assume you're not here to peel potatoes or clean this barrack.
No, we were initially taking Lady Lux to visit the prisoner, but now I'm giving her a tour of the conditions around here, just to give her an idea of what it is we do around here, the good work that we do. Maybe she'll be looking to invest in our little service.
I see. Well, in that case, I shall stay out of your way, and then I'll let you get round to giving the lady a very thorough tour.
Thank you, King Sir.
Okay, straight to the vault.
I gave Cole Locke the ceramic plate.
Oh, so you can piss in that, okay.
Oh my god, I found Blake's diary?
You have indeed found Blake's diary.
Oh my god. Please read it out right now.
It just
Fuck,
says
sit down on the bed.
The most recent entry is about his crush on Lady Lux.
Oh. Well, I got that vibe from him, honestly.
Oh.
But, why? What do you think of him? Do you think he's like he's sort of handsome, or?
He's a child.
He is. That is correct.
Alright, how are you getting past this door once you've flipped through his diary a bit? Do you know what? No, if you want to look through his diary, go for it. If you want to ask any more questions about it, I'll give you.
I want to know, just any information on his childhood. Is there anything there?
It doesn't go that far back. From what you can see, he's only started writing it from maybe the start of this year.
Okay.
What kind of things is he saying about Lux?
Okay, so that's only the most recent entry. It's about you. But if you flip through the book, you'll notice that every 2 months or so, he's talking about his crush on another girl.
I think he's something of a hopeless romantic. Someone that flits from romance to romance, and gets fixated on one point until they break his heart. Then he moves on to the next victim, prospect.
There is also a page of words that rhyme with Lux. Lux. And then juxtapose, but you cross out the word "topose" to see if it still works.
It all comes down to pronunciation, really. I mean, what you can do is you can have something of a half rhyme. So, say for example, Lux could rhyme with fox in a half rhyme, which is acceptable in certain poetry formats.
Are you gonna write that in his diary for him?
I might. I'm gonna leave some feedback. Yes, I'm gonna leave some gonna put some little annotations in there.
No footnote.
A little footnote. A little OC thing. I didn't realize that you said fox. I thought you said fucks, and I was really confused.
I mean, Lux and Fox does actually rhyme. If you want to write that down in there, Fox.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll add that in as well. Yes, Fox.
No.
Yes.
No, please don't. I don't want him to
he can get a lot of mileage out of that, I reckon.
Oh God. So, back to the matter at hand.
Yes. How are you getting past this vault door?
Oh God, yes. I completely forgot what we're here for.
Thankfully, there is no time limit right now because there's not much people around. But if you make too much noise, they might come and have a look at what you're up to.
Now, what sort of lock is it?
A very big one. What kind of tools do you have?
Is it a coded lock? Is it a physical lock?
It's a very
big physical lock. Is it a electric lock?
It's a physical one.
Okay, so something like this. I mean, it could be broken into manually, but really, really the best course of action would be to gain entry to it manually, maybe with a key of some sort, or maybe even a. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves, and we certainly don't want to make too much noise.
There is a key somewhere around here. There's actually several keys around. You need to find out which one it is, or maybe you need. I don't know. Maybe there's more than one key that you'd need to open it. Judging by the 3 holes in the door.
I'm just going to quickly check my inventory as well.
Yeah, go for it. Remember, you do also have the option to flashback if you want to say you prepped it beforehand.
Because I'm trying to think what sort of dissolving agent we'd need for something like this to burn through the lock. Because there is something we could silently burn through the lock if we had the right sort of chemical.
You could. It might take a while, but it could be done.
Can I flash back? Because in preparation,
okay,
Fox approached an apothecary where he purchased a dissolving agent that is highly corrosive and quite volatile, but corrosive, capable of burning through most forms of metal over a period of time.
Take a point of stress for that, but I will make you roll for a certain something.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna get you roll for me. I'm gonna say you need to roll for me a. You're gonna do a tinker roll for me.
Tinker, I am.
Just to see. It's gonna be a controlled one because you did prep for it beforehand. If Lux wants to assist you in handling the very corrosive materials, that is something that can also be done.
Yes, you can please try and steady my hand for me. Okay, I will roll.
Oh,
Success.
Fantastic. Okay, in that case.
Oh, brilliant.
It does start to burn through it. It's going to take a minute or so, but it does also have a very pungent smell. The bluecoats in the next room are going to notice what that smell is. You'll have to store them for like a minute or so. I'm gonna start
I just spilled whiskey everywhere. I just spilled whiskey everywhere. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna run through, and I'm just gonna grab this bottle, this whiskey bottle, and I'm just gonna smash it on the ground in here.
Lux is also gonna turn around. It's all over my outfit. How could you?
I'm so sorry, my lady. I am so sorry. Sir, I've got whiskey all over. I've got over her ladyship, and I'm really panicking right now. Can you get maybe some wet towels or something that we can do to help clean her off?
Okay, you're gonna have to roll for this as well. You're gonna give me a sway roll.
Okay.
I think you're trying to sway him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're trying to consort him, in which case I'll give you that one. But go ahead, roll for that one.
I think I'm alright at both, to be fair. Critical success.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
baby! You want him to do
baby.
anything else as well, actually, because he's very taken in by this. Clearly, you're very panicking. He wants to help you as best he can. If you want to ask him to do more, that is also an option.
She is feeling a little faint as well. So do you perhaps have maybe like a chair, like a wheelchair or something that we can maybe put her in if necessary, or a trolley of some sort?
There's not one around here, but wait just a minute. They'll run and grab one from the nearest market. And
You can hear like sounds of Lux like crying, like she sounds so upset.
Okay, so now they'll bring us something that we can even load up all the stuff onto and wheel it out.
Brilliant.
Perfection.
Good thinking, boy.
Now, while we wait, we can read more of Blake's diary.
What else do you want to know about his diary, or do you want to write more in there?
Lux wants to know more about his familial history.
Okay, so he mentions in his diary that he has a father that owns a tea shop. He has an older stepbrother who's out exploring the world, and his father definitely seems to prefer his stepbrother to him. because he's been
brother
sounds like
such an
most of
ass.
his life. Yeah.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And he felt pressured into being a bluecoat because he needed to get a quote-unquote real job.
Why didn't
Blake
he
should
just?
have been a noble.
Why didn't he just stay at the tea room? Honestly, this sounded like it was the perfect place for him, and he's just gallivanting off doing all of this nonsense.
Mm. Is there like any? Actually, no. Look, I was thinking about having Lux spill some stuff on her dress, but I changed my mind.
You don't need to get it on your dress, but maybe if we dab some around your neck, then it will
I was
seem.
thinking.
Then you'll have a slight scent of the alcohol, and no one will question anything.
Lux will kind of like raise her chin and go, "Can you help?"
He's gonna clamber on top of the bed. You can come over here. I'm a slight height at disadvantage here.
Yeah. Lux moves over and kind of like unbuttons like her like cravat, I would say it is, to show off a bit of her neck, just so he can actually get to her skin.
Yes. Yes, I can do this. No problem. And his hand is shaking as he's like dipping it into the bottle. Slowly starts dabbing it on. And it's just like his hand is like almost it's like vibrating almost as he's like shaking it down. There we go. That should probably get the.
What I'm gonna say is because you came here with a light load, you only brought enough corrosive acid to solve 2 of the locks. One of them is still there. It's up to you how you want to open it. Do you want to pick the lock? Do you want to look for the key? Or force it? 2 out of the 3 key holes have been completely eroded.
Do you have any
Okay.
experience with picking locks, Miss Lux?
Do I have any experience in picking locks? Let me double check. Yeah. Oh,
that be a
I have
finesse roll,
nothing
by the
in
way?
Tinker.
It'd be
Wait, what was
Tinker.
that, James?
okay.
I imagine it would be Tinker. Yeah, I have. Well, I do.
I was just asking if it was like a finesse roll of some sort, but I'm assuming it's Tinker, isn't it?
It would probably be something like that, yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
if
is
it's
this
a
just
finesse
finesse
roll,
Oh,
I'll
no.
probably allow it.
I
So-
would love to finesse this lock. Just to see if I can do it. Like, I don't want to make too much noise. I want to like take a good look at it.
Suppose. Finesse is more
See if
like
there's
sleight of
anything
hand
you can
stuff,
do.
I guess.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
it's like
Yeah.
sleight of handing it.
So it's that'd be like if we were to pickpocket someone and take the key from them,
That would
which is
be
an
a
option.
finesse roll, yes.
If you've got good finesse. I've got decent finesse now as well, actually.
I
that's in my
have
training.
2 finesse. I have 2
If
finesse.
you want, you can try
you have
pickpocketing
anything-
one of the local bluecoat guards that are still around, see if they have the key on them.
Oh no, I don't want to raise attention. I don't want to raise attention and try ask for a key.
Oh, distract him and take it from his pocket is what would be finessing him.
Okay.
Okay, Lady Lux. I'm just gonna come right out and say this. You are a very attractive woman. Now,
Thank you.
these I have a point that I'm attaching to this, just so you know. You could use these wiles that you have to quote unquote seduce one of these guards. I'm not
Question,
saying you have
DM.
to.
Are the keys on the coats? Like on a belt on the coat?
You wouldn't know
Or-
unless you went up to him and actually had a look inside of his pocket or anything. You'd be
Okay,
probably on the
All I'm
dress
saying,
somewhere.
you just get a little touchy-feely with him. You don't have to do anything. I know you're probably a woman of virtue, and you don't want to get involved in such things, but
If you do,
just
if
a
you,
little
if you
bit
give
of
me a
light
good survey
padding.
roll, I'll probably point out where one of the keys might be.
Okay. I'll do a survey roll, but while I'm doing that, Lux is gonna take off her overcoat.
Okay, I'll let you do a survey.
And after doing this, she goes and
Sorry,
picks
can
up
you do that
this
roll
bottle
again?
of
Sorry, this
alcohol.
roll, 'cause I did the wrong stat.
Ah, shit.
Mixed success. Okay, I'll say when you walked in to the precinct or the barracks, there was a key hanging right there, and that might be one.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Okay. Lux is gonna take off her overcoat, walk towards this bottle of alcohol.
It is a smash
she-
bottle, remember?
Okay.
Oh
Smashed
yeah,
on the
he
ground.
broke it.
Grab me another one.
I don't know if there isn't. No, I'll look
I mean,
around.
there's a drink on the table there, but that's about it. This place is
Grab
currently
it.
running dry on alcohol, which is why they all left.
Just grab
Third-
it.
Oh, there's a full. Yeah.
Lux is gonna now then take off her cravat.
Oh my! I didn't know you were changing. I'm sorry.
No, come here.
Oh. Okay.
She's gonna take the drink, and she's just gonna pour it over her chest. You
Fox has a sit down.
Lux tells him to stay there.
I just yes, ma'am, yes, by all means.
Okay. And just for like a second, she's just gonna brace herself, and like from her expression, she looks like really calm for a second, and then all of a sudden, she just has tears in her eyes, and she storms out the room, and she like walks through here, like ignoring the other staff, all of that stuff.
This guy's
Right
really
back through
confused
to
as to
this
what's going on in
office.
that room.
I know. And she's gonna walk up to this blue coat, and she's just kind of like, almost not. She's not gonna throw herself at him, but she's almost gonna like trip and fall into him.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Can I do you need a hand or
She's gonna look up at him and like through like choke breaths, just kind of go, my whole outfit. And she's just gonna like. And she's gonna like press herself up against him and just go like, look at me. And she's like, I'm a mess.
I can see that, ma'am.
Rude.
Oh god.
I do fail to see how that might be my problem. Did you not have an escort with you?
That doesn't matter. He spilled alcohol all over me. My outfit is ruined. And she kind of like pulls at her shirt almost, like partially like exposing herself. Just very
Fox has
slightly.
an aneurysm in the other room.
Like he can see like partial booba. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she like looks frantic, and she's just like, she's like, what should I do? I don't have anything with me. I didn't think this was gonna happen.
He again looks very confused. He's like, ma'am, I'm currently trying to write a letter to my husband, and
God
Damn
damn
it.
it.
Why does this keep happening?
I don't think I'm very equipped to help you. Maybe speak to the receptionist. She might be able to help you.
I'll tell you what, there is a pleasingly large amount of LGBT presence in this world, but it is so damn inconvenient.
How am I supposed to use my feminine wiles when every man is gay? God. She's just gonna like,
has been
she's not
eyeing you
gonna.
up, by the way. She's definitely into you.
That's great. But she's kind of just gonna be like, she's like, I don't want anyone else to see me. Could you please go and get her for me? I'm sorry about your letter to your husband. I will pay you back. I just.
He goes over and explains the situation. to
She
her.
takes the key. She takes the key and slips it between her boobs.
I've allowed you to pick that up if you want to pick it up now. It's like, yeah,
Nice.
she's really
Oh fuck, that's not it. Oh god. It's
Close
between her
enough,
boobs.
close
You
enough.
can't see her holding it.
Okay.
You can position it so it is between her boobs as well. You can like,
Oh, can I?
Yeah, you can grab
Oh
it.
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah,
dude.
there it is.
Oh, good. Okay, they can't see it.
Okay, we'll say they can't see it. She's like, who put this mop here?
I just fell over.
Miss, is everything okay?
I just. The boy that was escorting me, He spilled alcohol everywhere. I got told there was no
Do you know
alcohol
his
here.
name
in
and
the
badge
first place.
number? We can definitely file a report for that kind of indecency in the workplace.
His name is Blake.
She just kind of thinks to herself for a second. Am I supposed to know? I'm sorry, but my father is the one that dealt with all of this. I just came to visit a friend, and then I felt really faint, and I had to lie down. I didn't realize. She just like her breath is like hitching, and she kind of just like looks like really
that's okay,
panicked.
miss. If you want to lie down, we have some beds in the barracks available. You can sit down and catch your breath there. I'll look for this escort that was with you, and I'll make sure to file the appropriate report. We do not tolerate that kind of behavior amongst bluecoats. The bluecoats do it to the public civilians all the time, but they don't really matter. When it comes to bluecoat and bluecoat harassment, or the nobles, it's a different story.
She kind of puts a hand on the lady's shoulder, and she's just like, "Thank you so much. Do you have anything I could cover myself with?"
She
gives you her own jacket that she's currently wearing.
Oh,
and she,
gentlewoman.
She like hugs her, and she's like, "Thank you so much. I think I know where the area I'm supposed to go and lie down is. I'll just go back there."
She asks if you want someone to walk you there, or.
She kind of just shakes her head, and she's just like, "I just feel so embarrassed. I just need a little bit of time. I'm sorry."
Okay, if you need anything else, you know where I am.
Lux like thanks her like deeply and gives her like a really deep hug. Like it is very convincing.
She takes the hug, but she's not happy with the fact that her clothes are now wet.
Oops.
You go lie down. I need to get back to
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're not going to believe that lady, right?
What happened? What happened?
She walks back into the room and goes around the corner and just like reaches in between her boobs and pulls out the key.
Oh, okay. I understand. I think. What? How did you? Okay, did it sort of worked?
Yeah, it worked.
What did
she's
he
gonna
say?
try it. Well, he was gay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't get. Oh, okay.
I didn't
Fair enough.
either. I'm learning very quickly that I'm not very good at telling.
It's difficult, because it used to be that like people, if they were one way, they'd dress in a certain way. But now it's more sort of like you get really slovenly looking gays these days, and I think it's really inconvenient. And then you get people who are perfectly straight that dress really well. And then you get people that just don't conform to any form of fashion at all, and they're just complete enigmas.
Yeah.
And it's just so mysterious.
The man couldn't help me, but the woman, she was very helpful. And she kind of goes over to the lock with the key and tries it.
Oh.
Nice. Lux is gonna put the key back between her boobs.
But the guy that was, the gay guy, was he kind of hot looking? Was he?
He has a husband, darling.
Oh no, okay, never mind. Okay. Let's continue with the business.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay,
there's a lot of money here that you can also get your hands on.
We are going to need that trolley.
That guy's not going to make it back in time with the trolley, by the way.
Oh. Well, we need to find a way to get as much of this out of here as we can. Anything that looks particularly... Is that literally gold bars?
It is.
Are those actual gold bars?
Lux
Actually,
is gonna tell...
Because I'm feeling nice, I'm gonna make him come back with it. But he's gonna be all the way. Let's have a look.
Lux is gonna tell him... No, Lux is gonna tell Propox to keep it down.
Oh, sorry, I got excited. I've never seen this much money in my life.
He's gonna make it come back here, and he's brought with him a little wooden wagon. It's the only thing he could find.
Where is he?
He's at the front door.
There
I see it.
He's brought a little wooden wagon, but he doesn't see you around anywhere at the minute. You have left the vault door wide open, obviously, because you eroded it. You can't close it again. You'll need to be quick, so I'm going to make you guys roll for how much you pick up. And I should also tell you, the money is going to be heavy, so it might also slow you down, depending.
It's going to be like Jungle Run.
It is. It essentially is. Okay. I'm going to go the group action.
Can I do a flashback, please?
Go for it. What do you want to flashback to?
I want to flashback to Lux, beneath her skirt, having bags.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you advantage on this roll then. You're going to be leading them. Your roll.
So am I helping or am I rolling my own?
You're both rolling together.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna say.
What is it? What are we rolling?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna. It would more.
Is it
normally
finesse
be-
if we're
it's
grabbing
a
lots
hunt
of
roll,
things?
I guess, because you're hunting for treasure in this room. You're trying to pick. You're
We
trying to
found
pick the
it,
most
is it?
valuable items here. I'm gonna say the effect is gonna be great because obviously Lux came prepared with bags that you can stuff it into. Red Fox, are you helping? From what I can see.
Yeah, I'm helping. But I think if we're rolling together, though, does that work? I don't know.
The way it works is because she's leading the roll, you both roll it. Right? If one of you succeeds, you all succeed. But if someone misses, the leader, who is Lady Lux, will take a point of stress.
I don't.
There you go. Okay, so you succeeded. That's fantastic. You gain, I'll say, you're both carrying 3 coin each. So the equivalent of 3 coin. Each.
Nice.
So it's a 6
Okay,
coin
decent.
take right now. And
Okay,
because Lux
okay.
has brought bags, I'll say it's not going to slow you down, but you won't be able to interact with anything while you're carrying them with your hands full. And because they're in bags, they won't know what's in them.
Sorry, I said the bags were under my skirt, so they're hidden.
No, but once you fill
So-
them up with money, they're not going to be very hidden.
It's okay.
Mhm.
That's
You're
fine,
now
that's
massive
valid.
bags of silver that you're carrying with you. Obviously, because they aren't see-through, the blue coats won't know. Let me have. Do I have any money bags I can make you carry out?
We could totally like load this up on that wagon, cover the wagon over, and then
Okay, here you
wheel
go.
it all out
There's
that
one
way.
there for you and
So-
one there for you.
Thank you. Before they leave or anything like that. Shit. I dropped my key.
It's fine, leave it. You
I
don't
want-
need it anymore.
No, I want it.
Okay, I'll say you've got it with you.
We'll be able to dust it for prints.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me, what is this? What is that? That is not the money bag. I'm holding
Why is-
multiple things. Oh my god.
I thought that carpet was the Confederate flag for a moment. Got really
Okay.
alarmed.
and eight.
There you go. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Which way out you going?
Through here. I'm gonna go out through here. But before we go any further, Lux is gonna kinda, because of the conversation that she had with the woman earlier, she knows that they're kind of looking for Fox now. So Lux is gonna like take her hands and change his hair around, like just kind of change the style. Like grab him by the coat, like smarten it up. Like
Oh, it's happening! It's happening!
He has got a
stay
disguise
still.
kit. He can. Is it one use per? Let me have a look. He might be able to use it again to disguise himself as someone else. Let's have a look. Where is this?
If so, I'm going to make myself look like Blake. We're about the same height.
Okay. Oh, it's only one use per.
Ah,
It also needs to be
Well,
ticked
okay.
off, so I need to tick it off on your thingy.
But Lux is kind of just gonna smarten him up a lot, like buttons right up. You know what I mean? Like, he's a bit less like loose than what he probably looked like beforehand. Like, his hair is
mean,
a different
The
size.
option
His
you can
eyes,
do is
his
you
other
can ditch
eyes.
the blue coat disguise and walk out as a different person. If you want to explain that, though,
Sorry.
you can just ditch the blue coat disguise he's currently wearing.
I mean, you could. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'd have to walk out really confidently with this bag of stuff. We'd have to explain.
There
These
is
guys
also
are
some-
very
there's
drunk
a rack
right
of
now.
clothing here, by the way. You are allowed to ransack and maybe use.
There's never anything in my size. I've
Lux
got
is
such
gonna
broad
pick
shoulders,
up
but such a small frame.
Lux is gonna pick up the clothes she discarded earlier. Like, there's nothing wrong with them, but they
If you're
don't
gonna
need
dress
to know
up
that.
Fox, I'm gonna make Fox roll to see how convincing the disguise is. So let's go ahead and do that. Action roll is gonna be Red Fox, and the action is gonna be. It's gonna be a sway because you're trying to convince everyone that you're now a different person for some reason.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, he looks exactly the same, even when he's putting on different clothes. He's just very distinctive.
I have such a distinctive face. It's my cheekbones. I can't control it.
Mm.
You can't, because it was
We're
a
just
pole
gonna-
position. You can try it again at a riskier position.
We've just gotta. I don't. What would that do?
It might
If it was
take
a
more
risky
time, and in that
position.
time, a blue coat might come and investigate what's going on in here. The clerk might come and check in.
Fuck it. Things have been going too well. We may as well like throw some risk in here.
Oh hell yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. Okay, we'll do it again. It's gonna be
Rescue,
risky.
baby!
The effect is going to be standard. Go for it. Oh, sorry, I clicked on start.
Yeah, I just need to set it up.
It's going to be another sway roll. Risky standard. Go for it.
Oh god!
Okay, in this time,
It just won't work. It won't work.
the clerk from earlier is going to come and check in on Lady Lux.
Lux is, during this time, Lux will have sat down and just...
Miss, is everything okay? How
I
do you feel?
am so sorry. I've tried to do everything I can to make things better, but it's just so problematic.
I just can't...
Ma'am,
Look,
I'd like to turn myself in for this. I got drink all over her ladyship. I'd like to just go and report. I'll sign everything I need to. I'll do all the necessary paperwork. I'll give my badge number and
Ask you for
everything.
your name and badge number.
My name is Blake, and I read his diary. Can we flash back and say that in the diary I read to get Blake's badge number
Give me a
from
flash.
the diary?
Yeah, take a point.
Because I feel
you can.
he would have 100%
Yeah,
written
you
that
would.
in there.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
like
if
written
you've
it
given
multiple
Blake's-
different ways and practiced his
Yeah.
signature, and he...
Yeah,
Okay, she asked you to come with her.
of course. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give Lady Lux a wink, and as I follow her, are we going past a cart?
You are, yes.
I'm going to drop the bag in a cart.
This blue coat's like, excuse
Sorry,
me,
this is
I
just
bought
some
this
of
cart for the lady.
Yes, this is just some of her possessions that I'm just
in
dropping
that
off here
case, yeah,
for her.
load it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll move it on there. This is some of her possessions. Okay, that's fine. He's waiting for her. Well, she is going to bring you over here. She's going to make you fill out
Can
the
I
form.
try... Lux is just gonna follow, sorry.
I'm like I get every opportunity to ruin Blake's life.
Is everything okay?
She pulls the other blue coat lady's coat around her, and it's just like everything's still like quite disheveled for her. So she's like bringing everything really close to her chest, and she like still looks really like upset from earlier. And she's just like, I just want to get out of here.
No, of course, yeah. I think that's that guy over there. I think he an officer. He looks like he's being reprimanded, but he put some. I think that bag is some of your possessions in that cart. I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, my wet clothing.
Oh, okay.
It-
Yeah, it's in that bag over there.
He. She nods, and she kind of just like it's just some of my clothing. He spilled alcohol all over me. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to my father. I don't want him thinking I'm some common harlot.
He offers to take your clothes to the local cleaners if you want. He's gonna go pick up the bags.
She kind of just shakes her head. She's just like, I'll need to show my dad.
It's fine. We can get this cleaned.
She's like, no. She's just like, no. If it's not me that tells him, everybody here will get in so much trouble, and I can't do that to you guys.
At that moment, the blue coat boss comes out and asks,
Like, just because
What
one
is
person
going on?
messed up.
"Here, right now."
Shit.
Someone needs to explain to her what's happening because there's a lot of commotion going on for a precinct that's currently on strike.
I am very sorry. I am very sorry. So, would you like me to explain things, Myths?
She
I
backs up and
obviously
lets you
I
have
understand
the
what's
floor.
gone on, and I can be open. I am very sorry, sir. Our good lady was here to. Oh, I can't tell with that hairstyle. Sorry, I should not have made assumptions.
Remind you that women can also be
good.
in positions of authority at times, and the blue coats don't discriminate against, upward promotions when it comes to gender and so on.
Well, I'm glad that you're smashing that glass ceiling. We should be working. We want to see more of that. That's for certain. Our ladyship over here, she was having a visitation to the despicable artist that we have locked up. He has friends in high places, obviously. He sells a lot of his work too. I was taking her through just to give her a tour of the station as well, just as a goodwill offer to her. She may be thinking of donating towards our cause, which may, in turn, help with our little strike problem we've got going on at the moment. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me.
Give me a desperate
I've just been
slave
showing her
roll.
around. Okay. I'm a desperate boy.
You are. You're backed into a corner right now.
Do you want to put the thing up
Is
for
it
it?
not showing up?
It's not.
It's
no.
not showing up, no.
Where about now? There we go.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, are you okay, Lady Lux? How are you assisting with this?
Lux is kind of just gonna continue speaking to this blue coat and kind of like.
He's pleading with the boss
Kinda-
blue coat behind the thingy, so you need to go plead with this one here.
No, she's just speaking very loudly.
What are
like
you saying?
she. It's just like, look, I came here to see Cole. My father was really interested in his artwork. Like, we pay a lot of really good money for art like that. And I just thought maybe because you guys were housing them, I could come and see him. And then I also thought that maybe the conditions here would be need to like improved. And like her breath is like hitching. Like, it's like the more she's speaking, the more emotional she's getting.
Okay.
And she's just like,
roll
and
that
like,
for me.
Okay. What happens if I push myself?
You get a point of stress, but you get another d6 to your roll.
Oh, let's get another D6 in there as well.
Go on.
Success!
Okay.
I needed to push myself. That was the
buys
fourth
the story
dice.
from you, but also you hear from the distant cells Cole Locke screaming about how he needs a new piss bowl. You can hear you guys
gave him
talking
one
from where he is, and
earlier.
he's trying to ask for a new piss bowl.
He needs a new piss bowl. Do you want me to go sort that out? I can sort that out for you.
Once
still
you're
on-
done
still on
filing
shift
this
still.
report for whatever it is,
Yeah, no problem.
whatever. Yeah, she realizes it's not probably nothing important. She goes back to her office. Storing the
Your ladyship, we don't want to keep you any longer. If you just want to take your possessions, that cart's there for you. You can leave whenever you're ready.
She kind of just like nods and she's just like, thank
Blue
you.
Coat offers to help you carry your things home if you want.
I'm trying to think, see whether or not that would be a good idea.
We are very short-staffed here at the moment. Can we really be offering such a thing? Especially
And
with
do
one of
you
his
really want him to know
big
where you're going
reprimands.
after this as well?
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna go home. I mean, where am I gonna go dressed like this? My father would get me into so much trouble if he saw me out in the street like
He's
this.
insisting that you need an escort, so you're gonna have to try and convince him that you don't.
You know what? I'll accept it.
Oh, you're gonna let him come home with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it's probably not a good idea, but go for it.
Except home is the cat's whisker.
You're
That's
gonna,
gonna be
there's
more
already loads of them
suspicious
there.
if you do that.
Would it be?
Yeah,
Okay,
that'll be putting
I'll
a
just
lot of
let
heat
him.
on us.
Okay, what I'll do is... Wait, okay, hear me
You don't
out.
want
Can
to
I
lead
do a
him back to your
flashback?
hideout, basically.
I'm not gonna lead him back to my hideout. I'm gonna lead him back to a different one. Flashback that had come her home to lay low in.
I mean,
Would
you
that be allowed?
can always lead him down a dark alleyway and beat him up. That is also an option.
No, I don't want to do that. He's just doing his job and he's being really nice.
Yeah, he's being nice, but that's not good for you. You're currently running up.
Okay, I'm gonna lead
You got
him
6
to
weeks
my.
worth of his wages in those bags right there. Nearly 2 months
Yeah.
of pay.
Yeah, like she feels bad enough. Okay, I'm gonna say that Lux has like a supplementary home in the common area, and she's just gonna go there. She's just gonna stress like this is her rest house for when she's out on out shopping.
Hey, that's fine, but you'll have to persuade
Kinda
him, so
thing.
I'm gonna make you...
This is my burner house.
persuade him. Yeah, my burner house. Sway. Yeah, he buys it. He buys that this totally plain house that you walked into is definitely yours, and he lets you go. And then he comes back here in that time.
No.
In that time, Fox, I think you filled out all of Blake's details in the form, and you are also free to go.
Yeah,
now.
I filled in all of them. I even left like a little haiku at the bottom just to make it.
So you return back to your hideout, past the Bluecoats are still getting drunk, with your bags of silver.
That was possibly the easiest job we've ever done, honestly. We just walked in and we literally just took everything. Lady Lux got naked. It was a sight. Not that I was looking. I was looking respectfully. It looks like you got the key in your mouth. I'd say it was largely successful operation. From what I
Yeah, it worked
understand.
It went well. Also, I'm pretty sure Blake's getting fired.
I think Blake might get executed. I don't know. I'd feel bad if he did.
Adelaide
I
does
hope
not
he
know who
doesn't
Blake
get
is.
executed.
She's not met him.
He's
a
a young,
lovely young
blue
boy.
coat boy.
Very talented.
Okay, because you went after the
What?
Bluecoats themselves, which is a very daring operation, you'll gain bonus reputation for that.
Oh,
In regards
yeah.
to the amount of coin you got 2 bags of 3 coin. That's 6 coin, which is a very serious, a fair bit of money actually. It's a very big store. So I'll let you decide how you want to
For a two-man
split that.
yeah.
If you want to put
I mean,
any
down the
inside
middle,
wanna-
really, yeah.
your crew vault or whatever.
No,
If you want it.
I mean, we did the work ourselves, so I think, really, that's for us, isn't it? That's for us to take, surely.
If you want to go ahead, in your inventory, you can add, not inventory, sorry, I think it's in progression tab, you can add the coin at the bottom there. It's impractical to have more than 4 coin on you at a time, so you'd probably put some in your stash. Because any more than 4 coin would have it,
Yeah, I
would
probably need
impact
more than
your
two now.
overall load, because it's very heavy to carry around. Okay, in regards to heat, on the other hand,
No, it's all been moved on to Blake, though.
in a sense, yes, but they would know that they've been broken into because the vault was left in a rather poor condition, and they have seen your faces.
Yeah.
So, those specific Bluecoats might recognize you, but on the other hand, maybe not. It's a high exposure job you guys had to go through. Although no one's been incarcerated, that's fine. You've gained some heat from that. No one's in prison. You're fine with that one.
Okay.
Next.
See, this is why I was talking about earlier. This is what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, you might recognize me as a tall demon lady, but if I take my shoes off... if I take my shoes off and lose 6 inches in height, I'm just a young noblewoman.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Entanglement. Between scores, your past comes calling in form of entanglement. Roll to find out what your crew faces. So you have some heat. You don't have a wanted level, so it won't be too serious, but it might happen. What? Oh. Okay. So you'll get interrogated by Bluecoat. You can either give them 3 coin, or you can take level 2 harm to.
Oh, I'll get interrogated.
Okay.
Actually,
beat up.
it might be better if I'm interrogated. It might be better if I get interrogated. Only because, I think... Hold on. I think it might be better if I get interrogated.
I don't think they'll go more easy on
Only
you.
because...
I don't think they'd go any easier on you.
I
They
think they
wouldn't.
will.
It'd be
I
the
think
same
they
either
would.
way.
I'm discussing this in character now. I will take a beating. I've taken plenty of beatings
You
before.
have 3 options. You can either pay them 3 coin, so they leave you alone. You can take harm, or you can tell them what they need to know, which will give you more heat. So you can either give them some information about you guys.
I'll let them beat me up.
Okay, you'll take level 2 harm. In that case, I will give you the option to resist some of the harm as well, to reduce some of it.
Okay.
Lux promises she'll look after him afterwards.
That's appreciated.
Okay, so
Not used to that.
it's going to be a level 2 harm beating that you'll be taking. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give
Don't
you
know
the
what this
chance.
means, but okay.
Resist. Oh, hang on, not that roll. Sorry, I'm still setting it up. It's
Oh, but I rolled 2 6s, Obi.
I'm sorry, you
I rolled
wasted
2
a good roll.
6s.
It's going to be your result.
You set it up.
I had it. That was a previous roll. It was still set up. Okay. Roll this one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh!
Let's have a look. That's 2 6s. You don't
I
take
cleared
any
1
damage.
stress,
So
apparently.
for every 6 you would have rolled, I would have lowered the harm down by 1 level. It's a level 2 harm. Because you roll 2 6s, you take no damage from it. And you actually clear a stress from the beating you
They're
took.
just beating. They just. Do I clear a
You feel
stress
much
as well?
better after this beating.
They're giving me a deep tissue massage. It's like,
It looks
back
like
out.
Lux won't have to take care of you after all.
he's gonna come back though, and he's gonna be like pantomiming to Lux, like they really didn't go easy on me. They cracked
You now have
bones.
another spring in your step.
He's limping back regardless. I'll do a roll for it.
Does he deceive me?
Hang on.
Do you
what kind of roll
deceive
are you
me? I
doing?
want to know.
Give me a
I
strength
want to
force
do
roll.
a deception. Be a
Okay,
deception,
okay.
wouldn't it?
It's yeah, okay.
Because I'm trying to trick her into thinking that I'm.
Here we go.
Yeah, just
Again,
me.
it's going to be a sway, I think. Yeah, sway for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make her think that I'm injured.
Yeah.
Mixed success.
She thinks you're
So
hurt. She thinks they went ham on you.
yeah.
Oh, she's just
the-
like,
Okay, you've got 6 options now for your downtime activities. Lady Lux, you can take 3 downtime activities. Fox, you can only take 2. Or Lux, if you want to give him the extra one, you can do that as well, if you want. You have options like acquire an asset. You can recover if you've taken stress. You can train stats. You can reduce your heat if you want to reduce your team's heat.
you know what? Lux would. Okay, hear me out. I'll give one of my activities to Fox and tell him to go indulge himself.
Okay, Lux, you have 2
And go what,
downtime
sorry?
activities. Fox, you have 3. What are you picking?
Well, I'm going to indulge in my vice, obviously.
Okay, if you click on that, it should let you roll it as well. So if you click on Indulge Vice.
Nice.
Decent.
And then I'm gonna reduce some heat.
Okay, if you click on Reduce Heat.
Ooh, maybe that's an idea, actually.
So tell me what
I
you're
have
doing to
clicked it,
reduce
I
the
think.
heat. Like, are you gonna bribe a blue coat? Are you gonna blame someone else or something? Or spread a rumor that someone else did it?
Oh, Ken, what I'll do? I'm gonna write a letter to the female blue coat,
The clerk?
who assisted me, and I'm just gonna, the cleric, and I'm just gonna like sing her praises as well as like the praise of like the other blue coats that had helped me, including the gay one.
Okay, yeah, that's nice.
And it's kind of, and she's kind of just like, this is gonna sound weird, but she's gonna like, you know how when you pander to somebody in the sense of like, oh, like kind of what she was doing with Blake in the sense like, you're my hero, you really, like, you know what I mean? It's to kind of just take, it is to make them think that she is just a dumb noble girl kind of thing. Like, oh, she couldn't possibly have done anything kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay,
and she'll like leave like a tip as like a thank you. So it's like it's not gonna come across as bribery, if that makes sense.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna make you roll a consort for that one. Go for it. Give me that roll.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay. Success. You managed to reduce some heat. Let's go ahead and reduce that from the. Let's say you reduce 2 heat.
Like, she just wants him to think like that she was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that she's rewarding them for taking such good care of her. Sorry?
Fox still has 2 downtime activities he can do from the one that loves.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I could reduce the heat by framing Blake further.
Further, okay. Tell me how you'd go about doing that.
Basically, spreading rumors that Blake has not been was avoiding the strike because he was trying to make a name for himself early on. So he was there at the scene at the time. So basically, yeah, spread some vicious rumors about him, like being a scab and not taking part in the strikes.
Okay.
And that means that's why he was there, because he wanted to make. Yeah, I'll click on that. Yeah, sorry. I did just click on it. I don't know if it's done it.
Fine. I'm gonna make you roll for that. You're gonna be doing a sway roll for that one, I think. Go for it.
Love it.
Oh, hang
Love
on.
it.
Let me change that to risky. There we go.
Oh.
It's fine.
Oh. Okay.
Success. Okay, in that case, you will reduce the heat by further 2. So heat goes down from 6 to now 4. Great. Fox, you have 1 more downtime activity. You can also do things like long-term projects as well. If there's anything you want to do specifically, investigate or look into doing.
No, I'll probably train, I guess.
Okay.
Do some self-development.
Gonna throw more knives at the Mother Lisa.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds right. We've got. I think it's one of them. We get a big bonus in. Oh, actually, no. But I've got. If I put a point in resolve, if I put 1 point in resolve, actually, I'll level up resolve. So I may as well do that one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you get.
I get a.
Go for it. And then you can get an extra.
So I think I've leveled up resolve.
Put an extra dot into any one of those resolve skills.
Any one of them. I mean, let's put it into sway. I've been using that a lot.
And then just clear that resolve track. So there you go.
There we go. Yeah. Good shit.
Hey, awesome. You want
brilliant
into free play. Discuss whatever it is you want to do next, or just talk about next in general. You've got bags of money. You can. You know what, I'll get rid of those bags now. You put them in your stash. I was
gonna say, is someone gonna fence that or something?
Yeah, I'm tired of carrying it.
Lady Adelaide, I wanted to know a little bit more about you and what it is you do.
Adelaide,
what made you choose this life?
So
what is it that made you choose this?
Is a noble lady who works, just with the council and so on. What she likes doing is she'll take contracts from other nobles who need things done, or herself in general, where they will, let's just say they need a certain other noble out of the way, or dealt with, or for example, Errol Muskrat, they wanted him to not be as successful, so naturally they would have to use underhanded techniques to do that. They can't do it themselves, so naturally she would outsource that work to you, and she'll keep giving you steady work in regards to ways you can steal from the rich. And every time you steal from the rich or do any of these contracts, you'll be inadvertently either helping her or one of her noble friends. They might not all be as good.
And there's other nobles doing what you're doing then?
Well, they would come to her saying, hey, I need this taken care of, and then she'll say, I have a group that can do that for you for a price. So she'll take a fee from them, and then you get paid whatever they pay for the task, essentially.
And do you do it for personal profit, or do you do it for the thrill? Like,
A little
Like
for
Lady
column A, a
Lux
little
here.
from column B, mostly for profit. Although it is very thrilling to watch you go out and risk your life for her profit.
I wouldn't say we're risking our lives, are we? I've not felt. If we're risking our lives.
Lux generally wouldn't put herself in danger.
if you had screwed up the engagement roll at the very start, you would have walked into a fully armed barrack.
Are you telling me that I could have died today?
Yes.
Huh.
You were very lucky that for some reason every single blue coat happened to be very hungover and unarmed.
Oh, well. It seems fortune is on our side. Would you like me to do a tarot reading for you, Lady Adelaide?
Oh, she'd be very interested in that.
So what would you like to know? Fortune? Future? Romance?
Hit it with a romance.
I'll draw a card at random. We've got... So it seems we've got the Chariot in the upright position. I must consult my notebook on this. You wanting romance? You're hoping to find a suitor?
That's her business and not yours.
Certainly true. So, with regards to the Chariot, in a reading about love, this card recommends spending time in self-development rather than chasing after love. This may not be the right time to start a romance. Of course, if you're in a relationship already, you may need to take control of conflicting feelings or attitudes to bring about some harmony. It's just something for you to think on.
She'll be thinking about that. When she's not having the nightmares about vampires, that is.
Yeah.
Lux is very sorry about the vampire nightmares.
She's not going to pick up the book on demons purely because she's still not.
Is the bar still full of people, by the way?
It will be, yeah. You can go out there and have a talk with them.
I'd like to go speak with Blake.
Oh, the poor boy.
They don't know about the robbery that just happened yet. Okay.
No, they don't.
Do they think we've been here this whole time as well?
They think you've been sat in your little secluded private area. That's always reserved for you specifically.
Blake, it's really good to see you again.
Oh,
how are you doing, young man?
Not too bad. On my third drink now. All this time.
What?
I'm a bit of a lightweight.
I'm the same. Don't you worry. I heard some very worrying things about you. Apparently, someone's saying that you weren't taking part in the strike activity and that you were still working through it. Is that right?
I'm doing what the boss told me, and that's to come here and have a drink. And I'm pretty sure
you are
told me
taking part in the strike
do, but
activity.
he's telling me to sit here and drink, which is what I'm doing. I'm not even old enough to drink.
Are you not?
No, I'm 16.
What's the legal drinking
16
age?
and a half. I'll be 17 soon.
Is it? Can you not drink at 16? I think Gar's drinking at like 12.
I mean, you can, but I think it causes
there was a legal requirement for it.
Developmental issues. Something. I don't know.
I've heard that. I've not seen anything of the sort, though. They say it stunts your growth.
His face goes fucking hell at the sound of that.
Anyway, you keep doing what you're doing.
He gets rid of his drink. He stops. He's now teetotal. Anyway, there is a man here. Yeah, in the corner, just waiting.
Oh.
My rival is here.
Your rival is here. If you want to speak to him in a minute.
Is he wanting to speak to us, or is
he's definitely eyeing you. Yeah, you do recognize him. He was here before with an entourage. Oh, hello.
You know what? I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna speak to.
I do believe you.
Wait, who are you speaking for? Sorry.
Oh, I'm speaking for Janice, which Fox is speaking with right now. You might want to be here for this as well. Janice is the leader of the three lamp blacks. That was
yeah.
I was expecting.
He's
I
the
was
more,
expecting Max
he's,
to show up.
He's
I
the
was
more reasonable,
hoping he'd be
laid-back,
here.
smarter guy, but at the same time, he's probably the scarier out of 3 because what he threatens is probably more sinister than a beating. Of course, he implies this.
The implication.
Lux is just gonna smile
the
at him.
implication that, you know, if you haven't paid Bazo
And,
his share for this week, some people may go
This
missing
house.
or be misplaced, and then he looks over at Oliver and then looks back at you, and like people may just end up disappearing. He thinks Oliver is someone important to you. I didn't say any of them were very smart. He just a
How
smart.
dare you assume I have any attachment to that man?
Oh, he knows all about you and Oliver.
Look.
He's literally just a man. He's a patron.
Well, you wouldn't want to lose any patrons in this establishment. Yes, Miss Lux?
Lux is gonna put a hand on Fox's shoulder and kind of just like step in front of him and kind of like the extra coin that she left on her person. The extra coin that she had on her person that she separated earlier, she just produces it and
gonna pay him.
asks for his hand. Yeah.
In which case, Bazo
How
is
much are
going
you
to be
giving
very
him?
happy about that.
How much are you giving him?
1 whole coin.
She just has, 1 whole coin.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's
It's all right.
Bazo's patrons track. They'll stop harassing you for a while, but they'll be back next time anyway. I think.
She shakes hands with Dennis.
Yeah, he's very happy to do business with you.
And she gives him a wink and says, "I'll see you next time."
Okay, yeah, just make sure you pay on time, because Basil's not happy when you don't do that. And then he just leaves with the money that you gave him.
Huh. You just gave him the money. That's not setting an expectation, right? That's a precedent that's been set there. Are they not going to think that we're just going to keep giving them money?
Look, they don't need to have your money. It's fine. I'd rather keep everybody safe.
Oh, you didn't protect
I
Oliver?
appreciate that.
Like, the cat's whisker is her establishment. Like, this is her main, this was, her first venture. You know what I mean? Like, it's not known to most people that she's the one that owns the cat whisker. But she wants to protect her patrons. You know what I mean? Like,
very
yeah, I
honorable
mean, Dennis
of you.
is implying that he'd do something very bad to Oliver, and you step in. That Oliver really appreciates that.
Look, this is what Lux's charity was. This was her indulgence.
I am
making sure Oliver doesn't get taken.
I didn't know you cared so much about Oliver. I mean, he's a tall man, certainly, but
It's not.
He's
Fox,
very crass.
Fox. It's not just Oliver. It's Clara. It's everybody. It's the cats. It's all of them. If I can keep
You're
people
sexually
safe, I
attracted
will.
to all of them, including the cat.
No. No, I just want to protect.
I'm learning a lot about you today, Lady Luck.
Stop twisting my words, Fox.
Oliver chimes in to say that he also gets aroused by everyone in the cafe.
I can't deal with you when
sometimes
you're
I may have misunderstood something here.
She's gonna take me. Wait, could you...
Really? That guy?
Wait, hold on.
You're sexually attracted
You
to that
both
man?
spoke at the same time and my brain can't handle. No! Fox, keep your voice down. Please. I'm not sexually attracted to Oliver. I just don't want people to die unneededly. She's gonna drag him back into the hideout and make sure nobody can see him.
That's something of a relief.
Oh, are you not going to talk to your rival?
She's gonna go back to the hideout, but carefully.
No, too many blue coats.
Oh, are you going back in?
Oh, I forgot about my fucking rival. I forgot about my rival.
He is right there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, let's just pretend I didn't. I wanna
Peace out.
go and see him. I'm just gonna, let's just say I shoved Fox. Oh, there you are.
He's currently the only one without a drink, and he's not looking very.
Lux is gonna walk up to Jaren and ask him how he's doing.
He tells you to go. Right?
Fox, give me that alcohol right now. Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Are you still mad about the book?
Could have said please, but whatever.
That book was important evidence in a case. Yes, I am still mad that you stole evidence that I was using in a investigation. Jaren is like the only blue coat that takes the whole detective aspect seriously and isn't a drunken bully.
I didn't steal evidence. Jaren,
You borrowed it in the middle of an investigation.
Lux is just, look, Jaren, I took it out from the public library. I didn't know it was part of an investigation. No one told me. Look, I've apologized to you so many times. Can't you forgive me, please? I really didn't intend to cause any problems.
He looks at you. He considers this. And he says no. This man takes his job way too seriously. He then gestures for you to leave him.
Lux looks crestfallen.
I would like to.
She looks crestfallen, but she nods.
I would like to walk over to the man and pantomime tripping up and pouring my entire drink over the front of his jacket.
Okay,
Oh, I'm so sorry! And I'm just gonna throw my drink all over him.
Do you know what? You're gonna have to. Yeah, fuck it. Test out your new sway skill that you've just leveled up. Convince him that it was an accident. Give me that roll. Yep, he fully believes you are very clumsy, but he now
Oh my God.
is not a fan of you either. He's very visibly annoyed, and do you know what? He just sort of storms out of there.
I am so
Goes
sorry,
on
sir.
stage.
I am so sorry, sir. All over your nice clean
He
jacket
kind of
as
shoves
well.
past you as well on his way out.
Oh. Well, the atmosphere in here has definitely improved now.
He definitely gives
That's
you some
fine.
sort of like school.
Well, the atmosphere has definitely improved in here now.
Roy, who is the blue coat that
God.
watched you beat Blake with a cane, laughs, and he's very happy that this old sourpuss is gone now. Also, he does kind of look at you like he recognizes you.
Fox walks away.
He's like, have I seen that guy before somewhere?
Lux is gonna follow him.
Disappear into the hideout.
Fox, I can't believe you just did that.
Alright, do you know what? I'll let you guys do your level up,
It
and I'll
seems like you had a.
up here if you want, because I have got some other stuff available, but I thought let's wait for everyone else to be at the party, so they don't want to miss out plot stuff and that.
Of course.
Yeah, go through your
Yeah,
program
Better
and,
remember to do the level up this
give
time
yourself some EXP. Whatever you think you did, you earned it with.
then. Oh.
But Lux is gonna laugh a little and just say, I can't believe you did that.
Well, the guy seemed like a bit of a dickhead, so I was more than happy to.
I took out a book during the middle of an important trial that I didn't know was connected to the trial, and he's held it against me ever since.
Huh. Did it affect his life that badly then?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, it'll act like he did at least. Those sorts usually do.
But still, thank you. It made me feel a
my
lot
pleasure.
better.
This was a fun job. I think I had
You
the
two
wrong
are also
impression
probably
of
the
you when I
richest
first met
characters
you.
right now, considering you got a pretty big take from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Fox
Lux
is
was
richer than he's
already the
ever been in his
richest
life.
character, but
So
terms of
I addressed the
skeleton-
challenge with deception. Yes.
I think Fox might be the richest one out of all of you right now.
yeah, I gave away a coin.
Also,
I
he had some
expressed
money
my
from
beliefs,
the first score
drives,
he did with Viv.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
I forgot that you had one before me.
Yeah. There was that singular one beforehand.
Yeah.
Struggled
I
with
think-
issues from my vice.
I don't think you did. You were fine with it.
So, hear me out. Hear me out. There were a lot of points where Lady Lux was like, disrobing in front of him,
Mhm.
and he was there like, she got his shot. He had to rub her neck and stuff, and that was a lot for him. This dude has.
I
has
don't think that
issues.
will count because it's not actively. You don't actively bang her. I don't think that counts. doesn't count if
I
you
would
don't go
say
for
though
He was thinking
that
about it a
Fox
lot.
is the first person. I would say that Fox is probably the first
What
person to one ever like touch her neck, to see her disrobe, and like any of that stuff that you saw. Nobody else has probably ever seen that, aside from like her maids and shit.
Damn.
I think you definitely get 1 EXP from addressing a challenge with deception or influence, which you certainly did.
Definitely. I think I expressed my beliefs a little bit. Mostly when I was shit talking Blake. To be fair.
And the boy in Cole locked in his little prison cell.
Yeah, that's true. I was very much yeah. So I'd say that's 2, right? That means I've gone up a level. I've gone up a level. Do I put that in something?
You may
then?
pick another skill from your playbook. And there's
Oh, doing so
I
good
think
today.
I think I've gone up a level as well. Actually, sorry. What do I do?
Okay, so when you've leveled up, you clear the playbook EXP track. And then in the play tab, you can pick anything from the special abilities that you haven't picked already.
Oh,
I could
okay.
just-
I'm gonna get foresight.
Go for it.
Do I min-max the shit out of myself and put another point into sway? Just like 4 points in sway.
Oh, when you
No, I think
level
I'm
up, you
gonna-
don't get a point in that. You only get the special ability for that one.
So what does it mean then? What do I put it in?
See in the
I've
tab that
leveled
says
up.
special abilities at the very bottom, like looking in a mirror is one of them that you've got ticked.
Ah,
You can pick another one
okay,
of
so it's
those
one of those.
You got things like
Oh, that sounds even better.
I like the fact that you've never used that skill to tell when someone's lying to you, but
No.
the
I
fun
forgot I
would be,
had
like, you
it.
could literally go up to Blake and ask him if he's sexually turned on right now, and he'd have to tell you the truth. You can tell when he's lying.
At the end of each downtime phase, you earn +2 stash. What's stash?
That would be your.
That would be your money.
What? So
money
I just
that's
get
not
2
in your
coin?
pocket.
I literally just get extra money.
You do get extra money, yes.
Fucking hell.
But it's one of those that
Fox
if
is
you
gonna
want to
become a sugar daddy.
That's literally, I get an extra 2 gold just for 2
Yeah.
coin in my stash, just for completing a mission.
Absolutely.
Taking that.
Essentially, it means
No,
you got a little side gig going on.
Yeah, I am
Tell us what
investing.
it is. Is it your shit
Not an
scraping
investing.
business?
That's it. That's my business.
Yeah, you
Shit
scrape
scraping
shit and
business
get
is
a
caught
few
off.
extra coin.
The thing is, I started it, but now it's really taken off. So he's like become
Yeah,
sort
of
of like the president of that, and he's hiring other people to clean the shit off people's shoes. It's an enterprise.
Oh, I love
Making
it.
money in the background. Self-made
Well
man.
done.
He's just doing it all to
Fox is-
impress Lady Lux, obviously. You know.
Fox is gonna become a sugar daddy.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Like, if you're,
Sorry, yeah.
I was gonna say, look, if you're good with your money, you probably would impress her.
I mean, everyone doubted him, and now here he is making 2 extra coin on the side for his shit scraping business.
Yeah, they all laughed at me. But look at me now.
They all laughed when I said I would scrape the shit off people's shoes. But where are they now? They're no longer laughing as I make 2 coin.
I'm going to invest to buy all the pigeons. I'm going to buy all the pigeons.
You got to take an Errol Muskrat.
Off Muskrat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna buy off all the pigeons off him.